Good morning to everybody. This is the Power of Healing with Utabi. Ngowe Ketel. Was meant to be live on Sunday, yes, guys, and unfortunately things happened to Niba live, so I ended up not being able to do this video. So hopefully load shedding network is also respecter until I finish this video. Fingers crossed. Good morning to everybody that's just joined in. Yeah, ish. So background of this video is ngicela if sensitive bantwana basekhaya, with all due respect, singatsendelani ama comments how funny how angekho mnandi. So if you know that you're sensitive to certain things, because la siyafundisana. I've had a very interesting comment a week ago. I think somebody said to me, "You talk too much. Get to the point." So mina ke, being who I am, I went to the date of the video and I was like, "But then you are commenting now. New video a year ago, and you are saying talk too much. Get to the point." I'm not trying to be sarcastic or anything, but get to the point. You talk too much. It's a video, first of all, on my channel. Mauti, get to the point. I'm not sure whether you are saying I should get to the point. Ni record futhi, like, but anyway, that's logic. These are the app called Brain. But anyway, let's not get to that. Le app about Brain, man, we need to install it, hey? Okay, so background of this video or topic, as I was saying, on Sunday being is lelele, I just got this weird back pain, and I guess abantu abadala were trying to remind me ukuthi konje wena ubani, and then aguna this thing called uzikhohlwe kuwe. So yeah, that's that. So yeah, so it unfortunately ngigcina ngiyenza today. Okay. So guys, I wanna go back to this thing. Ningating talk too much. I need to talk too much so that you can get to understand where I'm coming from. You know, with us, there's abantwana abazalwe 80s and 90s and 70s and 80s, guys. We were messed up, or we messed up. We messed up in such a way that senze izinto recklessly. Hence, a generation which is abantwana bethu are doing whatever, whenever, wherever, with whomever. So we messed up because we used this thing saying I don't care. And we sense izinto everywhere. Maskula kudala, you remember they used to tell us bedtime stories, right? Abogogo would tell us stories, but in every story that we were told, begunalente eguthi moral of the story. You would either get the sense of what respect is all about, what integrity is all about, ukuziphatha, what is it all about, respecting the nature, respecting izinto ozenzayo, understanding what karma is, because abagogo bethu knew exactly ukuthi izinto eziningi zizosishaya as life goes on. So we will be told inganekwane, bedtime stories, fairy tales, and Those fairy tales were lessons. It's just that we neglected that part of us. Stories were lessons. Um, we used to think, or masa school, we would be like, shaya shaya. But if you look at the generation now, abasatshelwa ngithi inganekwane, see how they are. See how ama 2000 are, because abasatsheli inganekwane. They don't know about morals. They don't know about ukuyiphatha komuntu or anything else. They do as they please, as ngisho, wherever. So yeah, we messed up, Tina. So we cannot blame anybody else but ourselves. We messed up. Yeah, okay. And then there's another thing that I wanted to say. Oh, as I was busy now today preparing for this video, I realized something, or something came to mind, or maybe it was a message. Kunabantu, guys, abancelisayo. There are people who are breastfeeding in dreams, but they don't know what breastfeeding means in dreams. Some uvuka and your breasts are full, zigcwele, or you wake up and you are wet. Ne, guys, I must remember to make a video about that. Dreams are responses, and I've always said this, to kwezinye izinto that we go through spiritually. So I must remember ukuthi njoba uncelisa nje, to make a video ukuthi njoba uncelisa nje uncelisani, ne, because people go through a lot of things. So yeah, we sense izinto, guys, as I say everywhere, and part of the video is about those things that we do singasenandaba, this I don't care mentality that we have. So science says that wet dreams, I'm going to break it into I'm going to break it into two. I'm going to talk about pornography and talk about dreams. Then I'm going to talk about with spirits, uh, and spirits, and by spirits. Yeah, or by spirits. So there's three things. When we have a wet dream with spirits, when we have a wet dream and spirits, when you have a wet what are wet dreams and spirits, sorry, and when you have a wet dream, a by spirits, meaning that that one is actually created by spirits. There's the one that is with a spirit, and then there's the one that you are having a wet dream. And what does that imply in terms of spirits, ne? So it's ihlukene kanjalo ke. Uh hope I do remember. If I don't, please remind me. So science says that wet dreams are hormonal changes, guys. Erotic dreams due to caused by hormonal change. Okay, science says they are caused by hormonal changes, erotic dreams, sleep position, and daytime sexual arousal, right? That's what science says. So you would get, your doctors would say it's natural and normal occurrences, and should not be a a cause for concern. That's what you would get. But in spirituality, we need to look at it in a different way. That's why when you see my description, you'd see that as much as the people would say, or doctors would say, it's normal, but when it's now extensive, where it happens anytime, anytime, and like it becomes a day-to-day thing, then it's no longer normal, and it's no longer normal. So I want to respond to that one. You would see it's no longer normal. Okay. uh yeah, so I've had some consultations about this, guys, ne? I've had some consultations, I've had interesting conversations with clients, guys, about this. I want to say this, guys. Izosounda njengenganekwane, but it's the reality. It's true. It's happening. I don't know what's going on with my light, but niyangibona, so it's not a problem. Kunabantu, guys, who are in love with spirits. Kunabantu who are really falling for spirits. Hayi gogo sowusitshela into engekho. Believe me, khona ke. I've had a person or people abangiqoqela izinto ezi-interesting about that issue. So not abangiqoqela, it was during consultation. It came out. Okay, as I say, once it gets extensive like manje, you cannot control your hormones anymore in terms of that. So with wet dreams, guys, or with wet dreams, or either wet dreams or pornography, you must understand one thing when you're dreaming about that. Harm is not when you are doing it. Harm is when you get to climax. That's the harm. That's the crucial part that affects a lot of people. As long as you haven't released anything from your body, the body fluids that we release, as long as you haven't released anything, I quite dangerous. But once you release something, then it's dangerous. How do I mean? Once you climax, it's in orgasm. You once you reach that, you are in harm's way. Ne? Because that's the most important fluid in one's life. Hence, we've spoken about being intimate, guys, with different partners and what it does in terms of spirituality. Ne? I think it's overdone. So now, with this one, once you have released something from your body, I made a lot of videos, guys. I made a video about the body transfers, a transfer of energy from your body to another person. And I spoke about being careful of what we do endaweni, I think. I spoke about ukuyogeza or to go into the rivers or the emanzini ungagqokanga. And then I said, be careful where you sell your soul. Okay. So when it comes to pornography now, or when it comes to that part of the video, I want to say this. Kuningi that abantu abakusanele or abaku covenant with. People are in different covenants with different spirits, guys. You must also know that. You must also know that. Kukhona abantu abasayinaphile with spirits that I'm going to serve you, and that's where we get to Twala. But okay, there's this thing called discernment, and how discernment, and I think I made a video about that. Discernment is a gift. Discernment is a gift. Being able to judge whether a spirit is of good or of evil, that is a gift. And in dreams, you need to judge when you do certain things. In dreams, you need to be able to tell if it's from a positive or negative energy, right? Okay. So okay, let's start with wet dreams now. I wanna say this: abantu pee everywhere. Abantu bachama everywhere. People bayazikhulula everywhere. Dala bowutshelwa ukuthi kuney'ndawo ezingafanelanga uzikhulule kuzo. Now, kuney'ndawo ey'hlonishwayo angithi guys, angithi kunalezi things iy'ndawo esiyisebenzisayo when we do ama-prayers nama-rituals because we are or we associate them with holy places, or we associate them with indawo where there's holiness in them. Indawo ey'fana namanzi, indawo ey'fana ney'ntaba, indawo ey'fana symmetry. There's some sort of association of goodness and peace and purity when it comes to those places, I guess. But then there's very same people esihamba siyophahla siyothandaza kulezo y'ndawo sidlule futhi sikhulule kuzo. Okay. Masiyophahla and siyothandaza, remember that we are inviting spirits, or we trying to evoke certain spirits. So maso uyohamba futhi uyoyikhulula, at the back of the mind, or do you still think akunalutho lapho? Because if kunabantu abadlula, akunabantu abakhulekayo kuleyo ndawo nani nani, bese futhi kubuye kube nabantu abayikhululayo kuleyo ndawo, labantu bebayokhuleka bebayomema iy'thunywa and all of these things zikhona lapho kuleyo ndawo because bazimema kuleyo ndawo. So now uyoyikhulula la, what do you think happens? I spoke about us khanyisa amakhandlela anywhere and everywhere, and I said you must know where there's good there's evil, where there's good spirits there's also evil spirits. So mawuyokhanyisa vusa yonke into, same as when you pee or mawuyikhulula, you must know ukuthi kunalezo ezinhle nezimbi, right? Okay, I've just got a comment. I'll look at the comment from Ubonga. Thank you so much, Bonga Togoza. Definitely, there's energy transfer during climax, and if you are spiritual inclined, this can be dangerous. I know, and I was about to make that note, Bonga, that guys, as abantu, ne, do's and don'ts in every spirit that we carry, or even if when you think you don't have any spirits with you, or you don't have guides, or you don't have amadlozi, but you must know this. Umuntu ohamba nenkosazana, I want to get to the weird dreams and peeing, ne, guys. Umuntu ohamba nenkosazana, kunama-do's and don'ts. Umuntu umuntu one-relationship nenkosazana kunama-do's and don'ts. Umuntu one-relationship nenkanyamba kunama-do's and don'ts. Umuntu onesithunya kunama-do's and don'ts. Hence I said senza izinto noma kanjani. Umuntu onedlozi, there are do's and don'ts. Umuntu onamathonga, there are do's and don'ts. Umuntu unemimoya ethize, do's and don'ts ngaleyo mimoya ethize. Abantu abafikanga kuyi-state of umuntu angasakwazi ukustopa ukuphuza because of certain ukuthi we see overstep ama-boundaries. Kunezinto ozidlayo nezinto ongazidli uma unesithunywa. Kunezinto ozidlayo nezinto ongazidli uma umntwana amanzi. There's a lot. Guys, asiziphileli, and I'm glad that Bonga spoke about spiritual inclination. There's a lot that we don't engage in, different things that we don't engage in as abantu. Akekho umuntu oyiphilelayo nje. Akekho umuntu oyiphilelayo nje. As much as we set rules in our own spaces or our own homes, so as uMveli Nqandi when he created a person, or when nature created, or when kunemithetho everywhere. Esisiphila nje, we thinking that siyaziphilela, kunemithetho. Okay, so when you go and pee, guys, depending on where you are peeing, nangomuntu uyahamba uyoyikhulula eduze namanzi or emanzini, guys, angithi no, it's bese ngibanibekile kakhulu. Please note, masoba nama wet dreams ebusuku, ukuthi qale from wena going to pee there, because uthe usathi usayenza leyo nto, there was this presence and this energy that took that body. I spoke about body fluids. That body fluid yayisebenzisa. Hence I'm saying, umuntu nenkosazana, you need to be careful where you do things, how you do things. Mawunenkanyamba, where you do things, how you do things. Zonke lezinto. And it doesn't take blood. There's now this misconception that people think things are happening because of igazi kuphela. No. As long as it's a fluid that comes out of your body, and yeah, as mamel, lelo gejezi, whatever it is, works inamandla. Linamandla. For doctors to be able to diagnose what you have, they need fluids from you. So it's not about you igazi kuphela. Each and everything that we have, nail, hair, body fluids, ukujuluka, discharge, whatever, inamandla somewhere. And yenza umsebenzi othize somewhere. If unobugedla, you would know this. Inyanga, guys, akusiyinyanga of only herbs. Inyanga knows how to use izinto ezithize emzimbeni womuntu to do certain things. Izinto ezithize that comes for us. It's very, very important that we understand ukuthi izinto esinazo thina. Esinazo thina. Ama tools of something. Angazi noma I should use. I think it's tools is not the correct word. But izinto esinazo. Ziyakwazi, zine-power in breaking somebody's lives. Masikhula, we were told awugunda amazipho endlini, awugunda amazipho bese washiya lapho. Why was that? Awukwazi ukugunda iy'nwele ezindize. Why is that? Do we ask ourselves, why is that? You know, those lessons that we got Masikhula, guys, are very important. So yeah, you pee everywhere, we are chama wena. It's fine. You even do it at the cemetery, right? Now, when you have wet dreams ebusuku, don't blame ukuthi ngiyathakatha. Uqale wena ukuyithakatha. Because leyo fluid ofike wayikhipha, or whatever leyo ofike wayikhipha, iyasebenza with spirits. I'm not talking about physical people ukuthi bayithathe. No, spirits on their own. Okay. Masikhula ke kunalento ukuthi abanye abantu bebegeza emfuleni. Abantu bageza emfuleni. Good morning, Kanyi. Okay, thank you so much. Yes, it's vital. Every part of our body, Kanye is saying, is vital. Spiritual or physical, it's very important. Akuvelanga kwenziwa nje. So masikhula bekuthiwa begezwe emfuleni, right? Abantu bebegeza emfuleni. Kunabantu, guys, abahambe bageze emfuleni. Mawugeza emfuleni, I remember I said mina ngimgeza umuntu makangagqokile. Izizathu. And now besihamba siyogeza ke emfuleni, abantu bebegeza, just normal bathing, not a ritual, but normal bathing. Do you consider ukuthi of le mimoya kulowo manzi, or lezo ithunywa ezikulawo manzi, or the elements that we speak about of water spirits kulawo manzi? Do you consider that? So mawuba nama-wet dreams, don't you think ukuthi kuneto? Because guys, umuntu, amen, there's a lot that we don't know. Yes, kunesithunzi, umuntu unethunzi lakhe nje, umuntu une phunga lakhe nje. There's a lot that we have. There's a lot that we have. Why is it doctors are able to take isaliva yomuntu and sit and amathi nje wakho? There's a lot that we have, guys. So uyahamba uyogeza la emfuleni. Now, if you look at the profile, if you look at picture of this video, you would see that I posted when the spirit draws some sort of energy from you. You are feeding. When you go through wet dreams and then you climax, believe me, you are feeding a spirit, or you are feeding whatever that it is that is sent to you, or you are feeding not even a dark spirit. Sometimes you have inkosazana. Now you have inkosazana, right? And a lot of guys bahlushwa inkosazana. Guys, let me tell you something. And once you have that connection with inkosazana, iyakuhlupha, iyenza nokuthi, because when umuntu mayinenkosazana, or umuntu mhlambe wahamba, khona iy'ngane ezahamba guys zayocelwa emanzini. Yo mawucelwa, you must also understand ukuthi wena you belong there. So whatever spirit that granted that wish has some sort of control over your life. That spirit that granted that wish. As asibuyeni guys, and understand what nature is, and understand where we come from, Tina. Mawuyocelwa laphayana, bekuney'fungo ey'fike zakhulunywa laphaya, because it's very important ukuthi sithini ngemlomo yethu. Now, anyway ucelwe khona, whether ucelwe entabeni, whether ucelwe emanzini, whether wahamba waye enkonzweni, wacela echibini, kunamanzi lapho, kunespirit, kunalezo y'thunywa lezo, uceliwe. Now, abazali bakho bakucela and then base bakuthola bakhohlwa about into abazisho laphaya. Naku umuntu ke inkosazane iyamhlupha, inkosazane imhlupha kanjani gogo? People will ask me that. Kunabantu that the spirit sees you as unkosikazi waso or indoda yaso. So with men, and inkosazane bengichaza kakhulu with men, uthola ukuthi it's not even your agreement towards the spirit. It was an agreement that was done by your parents. Iyakuhlupha lento. When you are physical, or when you sleep with a physical person during intimacy, awufili nix. However, kuma wet dreams wakho, you go all in, you uba uwe. Why is this? Lento le physical, you no longer have that interest, because when you belong this way, this side. So those are the ties that people have. So we feel in such a way that happens with people also who have this. I wouldn't say it's a hobby. It's not a hobby. Ntemina, once something iba extensive, when you watch pornography all the time, when it becomes a problem, like the interest you have on pornography, iba too much, you must know ukuthi there is a reason behind. Akusukuthi nje ngoba nayo ikhona. So the spirit will draw you to that space. Ukuba aroused kwakho ebusuku uphuphe, guys, already this transfer has been happening from the time usayibukela lento. So when that spirit wants you, uzoba na this interest, I'm bored, let me watch this. Uyibukele. It's sort of like already uzoba aroused, and not being aware. Lento le, it's a process ezoyenzeka through and carry you. Remember I said, when you have daylight sexual arousals, it happens, and then izikuthatha ikufikise where you have a wet dream. Whatever lento onayo, seyitholile into eyifuna, you fed that. So when like amadoda kakhulu ahlushwa inkosazana, they have this problem with pornography. They have now some of them I almost forgot about this. As I said, kunabantu who are in love, you end up uphupha le ntombazane all the time, right? I don't know, my computer is showing what's going on. Uphupha this thing all the time, this lady, beautiful lady all the time. And mind you, uza some sort in different forms. Uyamphupha, so uyamthanda. Guys, I spoke about inkosazana ngathi ayikho into seductive njenga that spirit. How can you tell with sexual partners if umuntu ungcolile or kanjani? You cannot tell, but when you need to cleanse yourself, bonga. So yeah, I'll get back to your question if I can. I just want to finish this because it's going to be long. Yeah. So when guys, omunye umuntu you just enjoy going to the water uyogeza, going to the water uyageza. Not amanzi endlini manje uwafuna straight. This thing keeps on. Abanye abantu guys, as soon as they get to the water umuntu uba aroused. As soon as angena kulamanzi uba aroused. Why is this? Ile spirit ohamba naso. As I said, awukwazi ukuba ne-relationship nomuntu if you've got that relationship with the spirit, it makes it difficult to have a relationship with a physical person. Because wena it's like saying you belong kimi. That's why I made an example in Nkosazana, because I know that Nkosazana has this very, very jealous nature. So abanye abantu enjoy being with this lady now ephupheni. Unomuntu ohlala nayo nonkosikazi or ne-girlfriend ozwana naye, but awusamuzwa. You don't feel that person anymore. As soon as you get into your dreams, you are in love with this. So basically, when I so good dominated this world more than the physical world, and which is a problem. Ekufanele ukuthi sikulungisele ukuthi awukwazi ukuphila ngale. Awukwazi ukuphila in dreams angithi. So fanele ilungiswe leyo nto, iyinkinga guys. Iyinkinga. Okay. And then you get that yeah. All right. So abanye abantu guys, when they went bayocela imithi yokukhulelwa, because angithi mawungazange uhambe uyoyicela whatever, abanye abantu ebantwini bakunikeza umuthi wokukhulelwa. Angithi, have you ever considered ukuthi le mithi imithi iyacelwa guys, imithi futhi iyaphahlelwa. Ama-requirements walo muthi ososetshenziswa wuwe bekuyini? Ama-requirements or because ayikho into kwezinye izinto ukuthi izinto isebenze, abanye abantu bayenza imisebenzi ethize or ama-rituals athize. Uke waconsider ukuthi uma uyocela lo muthi lo yokukhulelwa, ama-requirements wayo yini? What had to be done ukuthi ibe effective lo muthi lo? So umthole umntwana, it might not affect the parent. Umntwana ke abe nawo lawo ma-wet dreams all the time. You belong to some spirit. Okay. Okay, I did speak about releasing, guys. I did speak about releasing and how important releasing is. Once you get to the climax part, guys, I don't care ukuthi ubani uthini, but you have fed lento kahle kahle ufikile kulento. Once wafika kuvuthondaba nje kushayile. You have fed that spirit, or you have fed whatever, or you have satisfied whatever. Isivumelwane leso, guys. So abanye abantu would say, then how do I control wet dreams? As I say, lento ayiqala ebusuku kuphela, ayiqala from daylight, ayiqala from your thoughts. But at the end of the day, that is why sithina align things or sometimes, so that you have that gift of discernment, of judging ukuthi yabona manje le i-right le i-wrong. Sometimes guys, when you have wet dreams kunalento efike yenzeke. Oh, I did speak about this and I said into mangabe yenzekile, you have pain, you feel it. So mawuphaphama lapho omunye umuntu makaphaphama umanzi, omunye umuntu makaphaphama isibeletho sina this heaviness, back after a wet dream, guys, that is a sign or a symbol or an indication that you did something. It was happening. Because why would you then feel it physically as well? So I often say to abantu, cleanse. As soon as, sometimes even usavuka nje, something will tell you, I need to cleanse what was happening. Or uphaphama, immediately after that thing, uphaphama, cleanse yourself. We have different ties, and it's very unfortunate that abantu abazi. So now, bese uthola abantu who are in a tie with somebody bebizwana naye. Now lo muntu akasekho emhlabeni. And oh, I want to mention this before ngikhohlwa futhi, guys. Kunezinto ezibalulekile ebantwini ezu-3. Ne? Abantu besifazane. Yeah, okay, now those 3. Your umbilical cord, inkaba yakho. Inkaba, very important emuntwini. Womb, very important emuntwini esifazane. And then the balls, I don't know what they call it, and I'm going to call it like this. The balls that men have, those 3 things are very important and very dangerous. Those 3, your umbilical cord, your vagina, and those balls ngaphansi land. Angifuni kunale gama lesizulu, angifuni ukulibiza ngalo yeah, but very important, because lapho, that's where life happens. Those 3 things, that's where life happens. Kunomkhulu oke wathi, yabona inkaba yabantu mabahlangana abantu physically, kube nalento enzakalayo kanje between le inkaba ezi-2. This thing that happens ma u-intimate nomuntu, le nkaba mazirabana kanje, ask yourself ukuthi kwenzakalani. So it's very important that we know these things. Ukuthi kuningi esizithola sikukho okusihluphayo, guys, not just the physical buthakathi that we know about. Even with us going to initiate certain things, sambe senze izinto noma kanjani noma kuphi. Yeah, so as I did say, now kunale phathi yamathuna, guys, where abantu seku-easy nje ukuyikhulula emathuneni. Mawukhumula, I want us to understand, I spoke about inkaba, I spoke about your womb, and I spoke about the balls. Mawukhumula emathuneni. Emathuneni, we call it a sacred place, angithi. And akekho umuntu ozophika ukuthi there are spirits emathuneni, angithi. So mawuzikhulula, what is happening? Some don't even care. Uyenza phezu kwethuna lo muntu. Lo muntu washona kabuhlungu, washona kabi. Here comes uThabi, ayikhulule ethuneni lalo muntu. Lo muntu lokho kuqala, you must also know that the spirit is not resting. Because of indlela mhlamba ahambe ngayo. Because of izinto izimo beke yizenza or izinto za. If ispirit somuntu ongazange aqede imisebenzi yakhe emhlabeni, asikwazi ukulala siba idlozi. What happens if a spirit has not crossed over when we are qhama kulelo thuna? Because some spirits have not even accepted ukuthi sengidlulile mina kulo mhlaba, nakwena uyafika. Ufika uzikhulule kule thuna. Nice. So when you have those weird dreams at night, some of the things izinto zenze wena. Abanye abantu bebayoyenza ama-rituals nithini. It's not ukuphambana kwey'ndlela. It's not an intersection, I think, but yeah, where it's a 4 ways, right? Umuntu afika yenza ama-rituals awo, ufike wena ebusuku or wherever uphume emotweni yakho uchame kuleyo ndawo. Okay, those things very important, those things are real. Bekwenziwa ama-rituals emini wena uyafika uyaqhama, kuyabethelwa kwenziwani laphaya wena uyachama futhi. Kuyikhulula konke lokho guys. Bekwenziwa ama-rituals kulowo mfula, kwenzani wena uyafika uyageza. Ngithi asibeni spiritually lento inclined so much that we understand ukuthi spirituality does not apply when we want it or ngendlela esifuna ngayo. It's an everyday thing, it's there. Okay, so I'm not sure whether I've covered everything when it comes to wet dreams, but guys, wet dreams are massive, extensive, and every time it's happening, it's a common thing manje kuwe, then it's no longer normal. When it's no longer normal, it's not even science now, it's spiritual. Do you understand? Okay, then we get to this part of watching porn or pornography, and I said, when I spoke about having intimacy with the spirit, this is with the spirit, I get, and hence I said sometimes ugcine sowuphupha this ntombazane that generally just arose you in your dreams, or this event that arose, but most of the time it's about umuntu wesifazane, especially to abantu besilisa. And then bese kuba this part where we say it's and spirits. When I say land or wet dreams and spirits, what does that indicate, or what does that, there's a word that I used, imply with spirits? Kwabanye abantu, it's a tie that you have with that spirit. It's a tie you have with the spirits because of maybe wacelwa, wayocelwa wena kuleyo ndawo, or there was a covenant that was made on kuleyo ndawo that was, we even, we even have a covenant where, I don't know if you know the blood oath. Who knows the blood oath? What a blood oath is? A blood oath is when in a relationship, especially between two people, where they exchange blood. When they exchange blood, as much as it is very dangerous, it is very weakening for a man to have intimacy with umuntu oskuma periods. Guys, there's liquid there, there's something going on there. Abantu abasekho, amadoda these days awasekho weak or in a state where they are in terms of not understanding their sexuality, because kusukeleke nje kuthiwani konje abantu uma sebazama ukuthi bayi-justify, they used to say engani inyama iyadliwa-ke noma inegazi, angazi, something like that, but there was this saying that people came up with just to justify that act. But fact is, umuntu wesifazane mayelala nawe during i-menstrual period, you must know ukuthi uyakulimaza wena njengomuntu wesilisa. So yenza ividiyo ngiyichaze ngelinye ilanga, uyakulimaza ngey'ndlela ey'ningi futhi. So so as I said, this thing yokuthi the tie, the bondage that you have is that wacelwa wena. There was an agreement that was done with a certain spirit, whether sometimes by you or whether by abazali bakho. So that is why you would have that interest on pornography as well. Yeah, and hence I said with menstrual cycle, it's very important ukuthi, where do you throw away the things that you use after that? Ezinye izinto guys besiyifundiswa it was not because abantu abadala were very bebephila isidala, angisithi bebephila isidala, it was not that. They understood spirituality, they understood ukuthi zikhosa ini, so abantu would just throw away or uhlangane naye noma kuphi. Kunabantu, there's this issue now with diapers wabantwana where you get it everywhere. Umfana lo mntwana lo, this is a boy, this baby is a boy, diaper yakhe itholakala noma kuphi, ilahlwa noma kuphi. Umntwana masekaba nama-problems later on in life, sizoblame ini? Ubuthakathi, angithi? Yes. And also, as I said, loving a spirit as a physical person, being in love with a spirit, guys, causes those desires for pornography. You're no longer 100% in your physical state, meaning that I want to say this. Anything done near willpower, you know the importance of your willpower, where your spirit now allows things or your spirit does not go against. That's willpower. When you've accepted to mangikule state, that's where I can feel the joy of life and the state of being in the another world now. Because you will be very surprised how active the spiritual realm is on as much as nathi with this physical world, sinobusuku nemini, you'll be very surprised how active that world is towards this one. So because if being eco-active, we wouldn't sleep emini siphuphe, we wouldn't have messages and visions as mini. That means this is a 24-hour thing. So whatever that happens, guys, ezinye izinto, your willpower iyakulahla kuzo. Abanye abantu, they are not weak because in terms of physical space, but they're weak in their spiritual space, and that is a problem. Now ukutshwala, that's an agreement, guys, that somebody does willingly. Ukutshwala ke guys, abantu bathwele ngey'ndlela ey'ningi. If my ancestors allow it or my guides allow it, I'll speak about ukutshwala next year. Kuningi ukutshwala. Some people did not even need to do a blood ritual for ukutshwala or ukuhamba because athwale ngomuntu. Some people uzithwelele ngaye nje. Ngoba ngaye nje. Akadinge gazi yena by himself or herself. Uzinikele. That's selling your soul. Uzinikele ngoba uyena. So I cannot keep a wife and I cannot keep a umuntu. So those people have less interest on an opposite partner. They have less interest. If they are married, chances are that leyo part was just to kwenzela umhlaba. It has absolutely nothing to do with how they feel, and so that part is not important. Kunabantu who are very much into business, very much that they have little interest on izinto zasemhlabeni, like your relationships, love, romance, whatever. Kunabantu who just, like, you ask yourself ukuthi how lo muntu yazi soloko ngamazi eyiqhubela amabhizinisi wakhe akanayo umfazi. Abanye abantu bazithengise bona, guys, not ukuthi everybody othwala ngubani bani wase, no. Ukuthwala kukaningi, abantu bathwale ngey'ndlela ey'hlukene. Abantu bathwele ngey'ndlela ey'hlukene. So lento isebenza kuye. I used to say, be careful of oh, sorry. Uh, not everything that glitters is gold. And abaziyo ke bazonyizwa. Not everything that glitters. You see, when you see a person in daylight, mawumbone emini, akekho the same way nasebusuku. Abantu bayagowisha ebusuku because of ama-covenant that they made. Emini imnikeza exactly what the world should see. Emini imnikeza leso sithunzi, imnikeza lezo zinto, but ebusuku now they have to give back. So I think I hope that I've covered a lot of things that maybe might put you at ease in terms of understanding ukuthi ezinye izinto they're not as they seem. They're not now normal. Ungayithathi normal. Ungayithathi normal because it's not. So I do hope that maybe I have put some clarity in some of the things that we have. Now I spoke about spiritual tie, sorry, before I wrap up. A spiritual tie with a late person bozwana naye lo muntu. There was a video that I was going to make. Maybe I need to address this topic now. Of the spiritual tie where you get that abanye abantu babanjwe ama-spiritual ties because tradition says mawuyintombi angithi awuyi emngcwabeni womuntu wakho we-girlfriend or sorry we-boyfriend angithi siyakwazi lokho. Kunezizathu ezenza ukuthi ungayi kulowo muntu uyakuhlala guys. So abanye abantu bahlelwi abantu bebezwana nabo. Abanye abantu bahlelwi umuntu kube yithayi engakwazi ukubreak-eka because and it's very difficult to break ithayi nomuntu ongasekho guys, you must know that. Omunye umuntu it's a memory of it's unbreakable memory between the spirit world and physical world. Why is that? Umuntu ke asithi istory sakhe, a spirit, istory sakhe siphelela kuwe. Right? Uhambe emhlabeni mhlambe kusese khona asithi beke nawe for instance. Uhambe emhlabeni lo muntu beke nawe, so istory sakhe siphelela kuwe. So the only person oyi-link of in-memory yakhe wuwe. So chances are that person will not let you go, or that spirit will not let you go, because if kungekho uthabile akuna story. So that spirit will always try to remind you that connection will always be there. That one goes deeper, guys, because we don't. I think singabantu abamnyama, it's something that we don't look at or we don't understand. Ukuthi some people are bound not to have relationships or bagutai that does not allow them to have other relationships because of umuntu wadlula emhlabeni. And wadlula mhlambe usese present wena. Or so there's a lot, guys. There's a lot that we need to teach each other, and hopefully next year sizobona ukuthi sithithana kanjani ukuthi lezi zinto zingakanani, kuningi esikukho esingakwazi ukuthi sikukho, kuningi okusibambile esingazi ukuthi kusibambile. A lot of people have come up with this conclusion that no, because nginabantu abadala, that is why ngingabi ku relationship. Kanti it's not really ukuthi unabantu abadala kuphela. If uqedile into zabo, they love you enough, believe me, they do let you have umuntu, they do bring even umuntu. but-ke kunezinye izinto, let's think beyond, let's think outside the box. Akupheleli ku-that conclusion ukuthi ngoba nginabantu abadala so that means that half of the people or a certain percentage of people abanabantu abadala ngeke baze babe kuma-relationship. Come on guys, let's think about it. There's a lot that we have that is going on that esenza ukuthi sibe sibe lento, I understand, sibe somehow kunezinto eziningi ezisibambile. It's not ukuthi guys, mina maybe I'm just meant to be alone. Yes, there was no guarantee which all of us will have abantu, but angikholwa ukuthi khona umuntu odalelwe to be just unhappy. Sort of things we need to search deeper, guys. For us to get answers, sometimes you need to take your life, you uhlale phansi nephepha. It's much easier ngephepha nencwadi sorry ngephepha nepen. Hlale phansi ubhale into zakho. Search exes, search relationships that you've been to, search a lot of occurrences in your life. You'll get answers sometimes. You'd get answers with why things are not working to your in your favor. But-ke when umuntu efuna i-change, umuntu uya-actor ekufuneni i-change. Awufuni i-change uhlele esitulweni uthi man yazini kuzoba right. Till when? I had people saying, it was a conversation, then somebody said, God can answer even after 5 years. And I said, in mina nje inside, I said, not mine. Mine, I abama bakithi mhlambe noma lo engimkhonzayo. I ask today, he gives tomorrow, not mine. Le yenu ye 5 years, no, uphuza ukuphendula does not work in my space. All I say is, whatever that was meant for me, if it should come to existence, then it will come to existence. Stop justifying or stop lento concluding ukuthi ezakhe izinto ziseza. Una 45 and yet ziseza. Hi guys, 45 ziseza, huh? What is meant for you should come. So yeah, thank you so much guys. I do hope that you've learned. I don't see any questions, so meaning let me answer a question ngabonga though. So ubhuti uyabuza ukuthi how do you know molala nomuntu ongcolile, umuntu osebenzisa imithi nani? Guys, you know, you there's this thing that I always speak about, intuition. It will never fail you. It will never fail you. Sometimes abantu abadala do lento give you that lento grace where usmele nje umuntu asangena uyisimele into, umuntu asathi angena or umuntu afika or athi kuwe or afika umuntu kube nento ethungalali naye lo namhlanje. Guys, we have guides that are active, sinamadlozi or namathonga active. Try to meet them halfway. I always say to you, abazi ukusho istory, abazi ukukunika iparagraph yokuthi uyambona njengoba engena efaka iroke eli-ready, njengoba efika kuwe akhumule uphaca bese ahlala phansi esitulweni. Bazothi kuye ungamthinti lo. That's all they say to you. Abakuniki paragraph, 2 words. Now you have to decide wena-ke ukuthi what's happening. Uthole ukuthi, as I've always said, uzothola ukuthi uyahamba endaweni, something says phuma kule ndlela, hamba kule ndlela, go the other way. Uthi hayi mara leni short. Yeah, bakutshelile, they want you beforehand. So masezenzeka izinto, don't say abakithi mina abalela ngathi they want you. Usathuthi for this day, usathuthi wena uyaphuma uya ebumnandini, lapha ebumnandini kufika abantu badubule. It was your first day usaphuma usathi uyakulona. Bebekuwona abakini ukuthi yabona-ke wena uma sowuhamba le ndlela kwenzakalani. And then you say, hi, it's just coincidence. Coincidence for what? For who? There is no coincidence. Coincidence yokuthi usathi, you know, I love lo baba. You remember, guys, during riots, somebody said, oh yeah, looting, sorry. Somebody said, you know, ngiyathanda ukuhamba ngiyolutha, ngiyamthanda lo bhuti, wathi ngiyathanda ukuhamba ngiyolutha, but inkinga yami, awami amadlozi, ngizothi ngingangena ngithi ngithathe nje noma i-chocolate, ngiboshwe mina. Because abami ngiyabazi bathi, no abantu bakho ukuthi banjani, no ukuthi abakho abahleki. Hence, I always say to abantu benkanyamba, stop cursing abantu. Wena uthi ukhersa namhlanje kusasa. Know your elements, know your guides, you will be fine. Abakho wena usathuthi futhi ke uthi usathuthi uyaphuma usayoganga ngaphandle. Unonkosikazi uthi uyaphuma uyoganga ngaphandle lisho ihembe usathi uya-ayina. Sebekuchazele ukuthi lapho yakhona ziyakhala. Coincidence, right? So nifuna baze bathi nifuna kumikhehla lana ulibone lekhehla likutshele lithi mntanami ungayi lapho. In what world? Ngiyabonga kakhulu, guys. I do hope that you enjoy your holidays. Bantwana basekhaya, please do watch out for these wet dreams. Do watch out. Or if you happen to feel anything, if you happen, wake up and cleanse yourself. Inside and out. Kunendlela zokuklenza. Ngiyabonga kakhulu.